Morning, another day, another walk, and today's a good day. I've been looking forward to this for a while. I'm going to be doing the Edale Skyline. So if you don't know what that is, it's a 20-mile loop around Edale, and it takes in some of the sites and some of the trig points like Win Hill, Mam Tor, and you go on Kinder as well. So what we're doing is we're heading up to Mam Tor now, and then I'll show you the way we're going to be walking today. So we're just heading up to Loose Hill, and then you follow the ridge across the Mam Tor. It's very windy going up here, but when we're heading that way, we have the wind at our back, so I'll be able to show you the route from there. There's Loose Hill. We're just having the wind blocked by the hill here, and then behind me over there is Mam Tor, and then when we get to the top of here I'll be able to show you. It's like a horseshoe shape, and at the bottom is the valley and the little village. So we're almost at the top of here. Hopefully the wind dies down a bit today and I'll be able to talk to you. We're at the top, so hopefully you can hear me. It is windy. So this is where we're going to start. We're going to follow the horseshoe all the way along to Mam Tor, and then continue all the way around to Kinder, keep going all the way around and get back to Win Hill, and then through the valley back to where we started. So like I say, it's about 20 miles, but yeah, it's going to be really good. Hopefully the wind dies down a bit because it's a bit cold on your old ears, but it looks a stunning day and I'm so ready for this walk. Let's go. While the wind has died down a little bit, hopefully you can hear me, I want to tell you about a big walk I'm doing in April. I'm doing Offers Dyke Trail. If you don't know what that is, it's 177 miles following the border of England and Wales. Going to be doing that starting Good Friday, and going to be doing it with a friend, and we're going to be trying to raise some money for mountain rescue team, because obviously we enjoy the mountains. I imagine all of you enjoy the mountains, but say I fell over, broke my bone, knocked my head, anything like that, they're the people that are going to be coming out to save me and potentially save you, and they're all voluntary based. So I'm going to leave a link down below. If you would like to sponsor me, I'd be greatly appreciated, and obviously all the money goes towards a fantastic cause. We're just going up to Mam Tor, and you can tell it's Mam Tor because it's getting a lot busier. I think this is probably going to be the busiest in terms of the amount of people today, because it's so accessible. There's a car park close by. There's a lot of families and people like that just love walking here, which is fair enough, but I quite like getting out with nobody else about. First trig point of the day, Mam Tor. Obviously quite a few people there. Here's Mam Tor trig point. Wind's picking up. We're going to be heading along the ridge all the way around over Kinder, carrying on round and getting to Win Hill. So I 100% recommend doing this walk. Give yourself plenty of time, full day's walk, 20 miles. If you want to train or you feel like you can do it, it's definitely worth it. It's probably one of the best areas of the Peak District, and you get some fantastic sights. Just stunning, just stunning. So we're just starting to head round this corner, and then over in the distance is Brown Knoll, and then past that I'm going to head over to Kinder Scout. So let's go. Over in the distance, that's Mam Tor, and we followed it all the way around, and then a kind of a sharp right, and we're just following this path. I tell you what, that is a nice path to walk on, so whoever done that, thank you very much. And then we're heading up to Brown Knoll. I was just saying how nice it is to just kind of be out and not have loads of people around you. I know it was busy over at Mam Tor, but there's just no one now. I mean, I've come with three friends, so we're just having a bit of a chat, but it's so nice just to be out on your own, out in nature, out in the great outdoors. Really good for your mental health as well. So if you are struggling a bit, get out on a walk. Maybe ask a friend to go for a walk if you don't want to go on your own. Honestly, it does you a world of good. There it is, the trig, brown knoll, second trig of the day, and then we're heading off. I'll tell you one thing, no matter where you are, you always seem to see people when you're at a trig, so yeah. So we're heading up onto Kinder to walk round, and then along the ridge all the way down. Often in the Peak District, jump onto the Pennine Way and then keep going. But Kinder Low, made it up here. Then we're going to carry on walking down. It's actually, I've never actually seen it like this. Because last time I came up, the whole landscape was just covered in snow. I'll leave a link to that video up there, because the whole place was just a winter wonderland. And it's quite cool to see it like that. There is in fact some bits of snow just in the crevices of the rocks here today, but definitely not as cold as it was. So got to keep moving. We're about halfway now, so like 9 miles in, almost 10 miles, so we'll keep plodding along. Good viewpoint here. So I'm just looking back across to Mam Tor, and we've come all the way around here. We've just gone over to Kinder Scout and bagged Kinder Low, and then now we're going to head forward all the way along this ridge, eventually ending up at Win Hill. So you can tell how the landscape's changed. It's much more rocky around here and along this ridge compared to where we have been walking along some heathland where it's much boggier. Just making my way along this ridge. I'm glad because it started to rain, so I changed the jacket, but it was only a really short shower, which was good. I actually saw a little mountain rescue going on down the valley. I think it's a practice by the way it looks like, but you never know, it could be real. Fingers crossed it's not. I'll zoom in and show you, but camera might not pick it up. It's just past those rocks down there. They're doing a little rescue, little task. Like I say, hopefully it is just a practice. Hope nobody's actually hurt themselves. So talking about the mountain rescue, obviously we're doing our Offers Dyke 177 mile hike for mountain rescue, and using this today is a little bit of a practice because it's a 20-mile day, and most of our days on that hike are going to be between 18 and 25 miles. So some days might be a little bit more like 25, some might be more down to the 18. It's going to be averaging about 22 miles a day in order to get it done. So getting some miles underneath my legs in training for that. So plus Bo getting some miles underneath her legs as well. So I'm gonna have to start training with some slightly heavier weight, because not very heavy today, just sandwiches and a few wet weather gear. But hopefully we're gonna be doing the hike under 10k weight with water and food to make it nice and easy, because I find the less you have, the easier the walk is. As long as you can really get down to stuff you need rather than luxuries, it does make the hike much easier. So again, if you'd like to donate, I'd leave a link down below. Would really appreciate it. Me and my friend are trying to get a target of £1,000, so £500 each. Hopefully we'll be able to hit that target. you can just see like a tiny hail slash snow going through the valley. I'm glad it is hail slash snow rather than it being rain, because I don't want to get wet. Right, so now the snow's gone, the wind's gone, I can explain what we've done today. So over there is Loose Hill, where we started. Then we walked all the way along until we got to Mam Tor, went down to where that road is, back up, went along the ridge all the way along till we got to Brown Knoll, and we carried on going all the way around till we got to Kinder, and now we're coming round here, and we're gonna go carrying on until we get to Wind Hill there, and then we'll drop back down to where we parked the car. Another quick little tip for you, if you do plan to do it, I would suggest doing it when it's not a weekend, because today it's been a weekend and I think there's been quite a lot of people walking around. You can kind of tell the people that aren't true walkers compared to the true walkers. Now, I'm more than happy everybody getting into walking. I think it's great, but I do like to be out here when there's not so many people. It does add to the, just adds to the effect, adds to the atmosphere, it's much nicer. So if you can, do it on a day where it's midweek, so you're not gonna have loads of people walking with you. You can just really enjoy it. So we're quite close to where we started. That's the first hill we walked up, and we went all the way around. So we've actually managed to get all the way around, and then we've come down, and now we're next to the woods by Ladybower. And we're just following the track along till you get to Wind Hill. So if you look at it geographically, the horseshoe shape is kind of once you come off this part. But obviously, to make it a more loop trail, they've added the Wind Hill on as well. But looking up the valley, this is where you can really see that horseshoe shape of the walk we've just done, with the village in the valley. And now, like I say, walking straight up to Wind Hill. Just looking down across Ladybower, we're almost at the top of Wind Hill. Wind's picking up a little bit, but that view when we get up there, just wait. Bagging the last trig of the day, and I'm going to show you those views I've been going on about. They're worth it. If you've enjoyed this walk of the Edale Skyline, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, because we've got a lot more adventures coming this year, as well as the Offers Dyke Path, 177 miles. So that's going to be pretty epic. Probably have to split that into a few parts for that video, but I'm really looking forward to it. If you can, please sponsor. Obviously everything goes to the Mountain Rescue and they really need it, and they do an amazing job keeping everybody safe on the hills and mountains. Just taking in the views as I'm walking back to the car. I just come off Wind Hill and it's so much nicer here because the wind's died right down. So I'm going to say bye from me, Rob, and another day, another walk. Go on then, Bo.